Hi there. This good book tells me that love never fails, but whether prophecies, they will fail. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there is knowledge, it will vanish away. Thinking about it, love is so strong. It endures. It never fails. When you look at love, according to what God has done for us in Jesus Christ, has it ever crossed your mind that God, as a father, as the source of everything that we see, everything that we are or will ever be, talk of it, everything, think about it. God as a source. Paul tells us that he is immortal. 1 Timothy 6:16. He alone has immortality. That means God can never die. He as the source, in his original form, he can never die. And he tells us that he dwells in light unapproachable. This means in his original form, no one can get to him. No one can access him because naturally he dwells in light unapproachable, whom no one has seen or can see. That is God as a source. But come to think of it, most of us deal with God in this state, where he's immortal, where he dwells in light unapproachable, where no man can see or will ever see him. But I want you to understand this. God is the I am that I am. When he's speaking to Moses, he tells Moses, go and tell them that I am has sent you. So when he says that he's the I am that I am, it means that God can be that which he can be. Because of love, which cannot fail, because of love, which endures forever, God became for us mortality. God became for us propitiation. So the God who could not die, he became that God that can die. He came in a form, he took a form that we could relate to, a form that could die, a form that could be touched, a form that could be seen. All this because of love. The writer of Hebrews says in the book of Hebrews, in chapter 2, verses 10, that it was fitting for him who, Jesus Christ, who is God, who came in the flesh. It was fitting for him, whom are all things, and by whom are all things. Notice, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And that there is nothing that has been made that was not made through him. So that one that made everything, and that there is nothing that was made that was not made through him, found it fitting to bring many sons to the Father. That Father that cannot die. That Father that dwells in light unapproachable. That Father that no man could see or even touch. So Jesus Christ, who is God in the flesh, came so that we could relate to him, so that he could die, not for himself, but for us, and so that he could become the captain of our salvation and to take us back to God. Verses 14 tells us that inasmuch as then as the children have partaken of flesh, the man that Jesus, God in the flesh, was coming to save was in flesh and blood. So love, this love that endures, this love that never gives up, love enabled the Creator to confine himself in the womb for 9 months so that he could partake the nature of flesh and blood, so that he could come and die for creatures that were flesh and blood but were fallen in sin. He says, he himself likewise shared in the same, that through death he might destroy him who had the power of death, that is, the devil. So the God who is immortal, the God who cannot be seen, the God who dwells in light unapproachable, became mortality. He became tangible, he became visible, and he took on flesh and blood for the simple reason that he would relate with the creature that was condemned to die, and not as an end, but as a beginning to bring this creature to a place of immortality, to a place of light and approachable. By the way, that place of light and approachable is a place where the children of God are fixed and are hidden so that anything that is not of God cannot access them. In the book of Colossians in chapter 3, we are told that we are hidden in Christ and in God. That is the place of light and approachable. So love has made it possible for us to dwell freely in light and approachable, beyond sicknesses, beyond mortality, beyond curses, beyond pain, beyond corruption of the mind. A place of total healing, a place where the life of God is supplied to us without an end. So, the love of God, when we speak about it, may we see it as the ability for God to become man so that man can be brought where God is. Was it done in an easy way? No. It took endurance because there was suffering in it, there was death in it, and so that we could be brought in a place of rest, in a place of healing, in a place of abundance. So, love endures forever. Perfect love casts out fear. For them that have become one with God are no longer in a place of fear, fear of death, fear of the devil. Why? Because he became flesh and blood so that he could silence him who had the power of death upon man. May you be a product of this love. May you embrace the love of God as it is shown to us from the cross of Jesus Christ.